Hello, YouTube family. I'm back for the reading of the Word from the Apocrypha. Yovheliym 4, and in the third week in the second Jubilee, she gave birth to Cain. In the fourth, she gave birth to HALLALUYah, and in the fifth, she gave birth to her daughter Wan. In the first year of the third Jubilee, Cain slew HALLALUYah because Elohim accepted the sacrifice of HALLALUYah and did not accept the offering of Cain. And he slew him in the field, and his blood cried from the ground to heaven, complaining because he had slain him. And Yahuwah reproved Cain because of HALLALUYah, because he had slain him, and he made him a fugitive on the earth because of the blood of his brother, and he cursed him upon the earth. And on this account it is written on the heavenly tablets, "Cursed is he who smites his neighbor treacherously." And let all who have seen and heard say, "So be it." And the man who has seen and not declared it, let him be cursed as the other. And for this reason we announce when we come before Yahuwah Elohanu all the sin which is committed in heaven and on the earth and in light and in darkness and everywhere. And Adam and his woman mourned for HALLALUYah 4 weeks of years. And in the fourth year of the fifth week they became joyful. And Adam knew his woman again, and she bore him a son, and he called his name Sheth. For he said, Yahuwah has raised up a seed unto us on the earth instead of HALLALUYah, for Cain slew him. And in the 6th week he begat his daughter Azurah, and Cain took Awan his sister to be his woman, and she bore him Canuk at the close of the 4th Jubilee. And in the first year of the first week of the 5th Jubilee, houses were built on the earth, and Cain built a city and called its name after the sun Canuk. And Adam knew Chua his woman, and she bore yet 9 sons. And in the 5th week of the 5th Jubilee, Sheth took Azurah his sister to be his woman. And in the 4th year of the 6th week, she bore him Enosh. He began to call the name of Yahuwah on the earth. And in the 7th Jubilee, in the 3rd week, Enosh took Noam his sister to be his woman, and she bore him a son in the 3rd year of the 5th week, and he called his name Canaan. And at the close of the 8th Jubilee, Canaan took Mu'leth, his sister, to be his woman, and she bore him a son in the 9th Jubilee, in the 1st week, in the 3rd year of this week, and he called his name Mahalalel. And in the 2nd week of the 10th Jubilee, Mahalalel took unto him to be his woman Dinah, the daughter of Barak-el, the daughter of his father's brother, and she bore him a son in the 3rd week, in the 6th year, and he called his name Yered. For in his days the angels of Yahuwah descended on the earth, those who are named the Watchers, that they should instruct the children of men, and that they should do judgment of rightness on the earth. And in the 11th Jubilee, Yered took to himself a woman, and her name was Baraka, the daughter of Rasuel, a daughter of his father's brother, in the 4th week of this Jubilee, and she bore him a son in the 5th week, in the 4th year of the Jubilee, and he called his name Canuk. And he was the first among men that are born on earth who learned writing and knowledge and wisdom, and who wrote down the signs of heaven according to the order of their months in a sefer, that men might know the seasons of the years according to the order of their separate months. And he was the first to write a testimony, and he testified to the sons of men among the generations of the earth, and recounted the Shabbats of the years as we made them known to him. And what was and what will be, he saw in a vision of his sleep, as it will happen to the children of men throughout their generations until the day of judgment. He saw and understood everything, and wrote his testimony, and placed the testimony on earth for all children of men and for the generations. And in the 12th Jubilee, in the 7th week thereof, he took to himself a woman, and her name was Edna, the daughter of Dan, the daughter of his father's brother. In the 6th year, in this week, she bore him a son, and he called his name Methuselah. And he was moreover with angels of Elohim these 6 jubilees of years, and they showed him everything which is on earth and in the heavens, the rule of the sun, and he wrote down everything. And he testified to the watchers who had sinned with the daughters of men, for these had begun to unite themselves so as to be defiled with the daughters of men. And Canute testified against them all. And he was taken from among the children of men, and we conducted him into the Garden of Eden in majesty and honor. And behold, there he writes down the word of condemnation and judgment of the world, and all the wickedness of the children of men. And on account of it, Elohim brought the waters of the flood upon all the land of Eden, for there he was set as a sign, and that he should testify against all the children of men, that he should recount all the deeds of the generations until the day of condemnation. And he burnt the incense of sanctuary, even sweet spices, acceptable for Yahuwah on the mount. For Yahuwah had 4 places on the earth, the Garden of Eden, and the Mount of the East, and this mountain on which you are this day, Mount Sinai, and Mount Zion, which will be sanctified in the new creation for sanctification of the earth. Through it will the earth be sanctified from all its guilt and its uncleanness throughout the generations of the world. And in the 14th Jubilee, Methuselah took unto himself a woman, Edna, the daughter of YASHAR'AL, the daughter of his father's brother, in the 3rd week, in the 1st year of this week, and he begat a son, and called his name Lamech. And in the 15th Jubilee, in the 3rd week, Lamech took to himself a woman, and her name was Betanus, the daughter of Barachiel, the daughter of his father's brother. And in this week she bore him a son, and called his name Noach, saying, This one will comfort me for my trouble and all my work, and for the ground which Yahuwah has cursed. And at the close of the 19th Jubilee, in the 7th week, in the 6th year thereof, Adam died, and all his sons buried him in the land of his creation. And he was the first to be buried in the earth. And he lacked 70 years of 1,000 years. 1,000 years are as one day in the testimony of the heavens. And therefore was it written concerning the tree of knowledge, On the day that ye eat thereof, ye shall die. For this reason he did not complete the years of this day, for he died during it. At the close of this jubilee, Cain was killed after him in the same year, for his house fell upon him, and he died in the midst of his house, and he was killed by his stones. For with a stone he had killed Yovheliym, and by a stone he was killed in righteous judgment. For this reason it was ordained on the heavenly tablets with the instruction with which a man kills his neighbor, with the same shall he be killed, after the manner that he wounded him. In like manner shall they deal with him. And in the 25th Jubilee, Noach took to himself a woman, and her name was Imzada, the daughter of Rachiel, the daughter of his father's brother. In the first year, in the 5th week, and in the 3rd year thereof, she bore him Shem, and in the 5th year thereof, she bore him Cam, and in the 1st year, in the 6th week, she bore him Japheth. May Yahuwah bless you and keep you this day. After the reading of the word, Yovheliym, chapter 4. Amen.